All right, so these questions are about the Week 4 consensus rankings, only Week 4, okay?
Right.
First up is a tweet about Jordan Howard and Tariq Cohen from @#Vroom. I have both Jordan Howard and Tariq Cohen. Is it crazy to start both of them this week? #TheFantasyShow.
#no, it's not. #gonna run this bit into the ground. That's the hashtag bit, not the rankings questions bit. Look, I actually think both these guys are legit starters. Obviously, Jordan Howard looked like the Jordan Howard we all drafted last week, averaging 6 yards per rush against the Steelers last week. And then you think about Tariq Cohen, even though Jordan Howard went nuts, still had 16 touches, still had over 100 scrimmage yards, and they're using both of these guys. Honestly, the Bears don't have a lot of weapons, so it's going to be a bunch of ground and pound. I think Jordan Howard, a legit RB2, Tariq Cohen, a legit flex play. Wouldn't have a problem starting both of them if they're both your best options, and chances are they might be. Next up, Secret Squirrel.
Next up.
Actually, I got this one there, Barry. I'm playing the Owen Tree Loser Squirrel this weekend.
Secret
Right,
Squirrel.
right, yeah, Strawman.
As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, I'm playing the loser to my right, and I was thinking about starting the Tyrod Taylor. He's ranked 11th, and I think if I pick him up, I could beat this bum. What do you think?
I think you could beat this bum. So far, everyone in our league has. So there's that. But secondly, yeah, I like Tyrod Taylor as a streamer this week. So I'm on board with him as a low-end QB1. You think about the Falcons, who are allowing 4.8 yards per rush this season. That is 4th highest in the NFL. And we know Tyrod can scramble, right? That's a big piece of it as well. Falcons, believe it or not, allowing over 9 yards per scramble this season. I expect this game to be a little bit of a shootout. So, yeah, give me some Tyrod Taylor this week. All right, Secret Squirrel, what's next?
Next up, Buck Allen last week had 8 carries for 15 yards in London. Luckily, he had 5 catches, which is great. Consensus rankings is RB22. So tell me, Mr. Goldilocks, is that too low, too high, or just right?
Yeah, I see what you did there. Look, Buck Allen burned a lot of fantasy owners, as did, frankly, the entire Ravens offense. I think they rebound a little bit this week against the Steelers, and I certainly am using Buck Allen again this week. Look, Steelers defense has allowed 23 receptions by opposing running backs. That is the 3rd most in the NFL. In fact, running backs have 152 yards after the catch against the Steelers. That's 6th most in the NFL. That's one of the ways that you beat them is with running backs out of the backfield. And again, just as we talked about with the Bears running backs, the Ravens don't have a lot of offensive weapons. Buck Allen is one of them. My expectation is game flow will work in the favor of Buck Allen in this game. They're going to dump off a lot of balls to him. He's certainly very usable in PPR once again this week. All right, Secret Squirrel, what's next?
Last up, T.Y. Hilton exploded last week with 28.3 fantasy points this week, taken on Seattle. How do you feel about him being wide receiver 19?
Yeah, I think that's too high. I'm not sure I totally buy what my fellow rankers are selling right here. Look, I know he had a huge game last week, but that was at home against the Browns. Now he's taking on Seattle, in Seattle with Jacoby Brissett's first career road start. I don't know. Since 2012, Seahawks have allowed 37 touchdowns to 50 interceptions at home. That's the best ratio in the league. I just don't see T.Y. Hilton going nuts on the road at Seattle with Jacoby Brissett as his quarterback. My expectation is the Colts go fairly conservative here. So, yeah, he's outside my top 20.